Hey everybody, this is Faxon. I'm back. I have been getting a lot of requests lately to update my YouTube and make new YouTube videos, and so I decided that I would do a tutorial. I've been working on a wig commission lately, and it requires a lot of hair drills, about 7 hair drills. So I've had some practice now making hair drills, and so I wanted to do a tutorial for it. So here we go. Alright, so this particular hair drill tutorial is a little different than some of the ones that you might have seen online. I'm going to be using a material called Fosshape 600. Fosshape, you can get it on wonderflexworld.com. They have a bunch of really great materials there, you should check it out. They have Wonderflex, which is like a material that's kind of similar to Warbla heat moldable plastic. Now, Fosshape is this felt-like material. The Fosshape 600 is nice and thick, and you can heat it up and mold it and it will stay in a particular position. It has heat moldable plastics in it. It's a really useful tool for cosplay. Even if you don't use it for hair drills, you can use it to make the bases of shoes, you can use it to make the base of armatures. Anything you can think of, you should go check it out. That's wonderflexworld.com. Now, the kind of hair drills that I think this would work good for are big hair drills or hair drills that are going to be heavy, because this material is a lot stronger than packaging tape. So if you're doing, let's say, Celestia Ludenberg from Danganronpa, or you know, any other character with like big hair drills, Nui from Kill la Kill. So I'm just gonna show you one that I have here. It still is slightly moldable, so if I want to push it a little closer together like that, I can. So watch the video, figure out if this is right for your project or not. If not, that's totally fine. There's tons of different ways to make hair drills, and I personally believe that everyone can find their own ways of making their costumes so that it's right for them. So the materials that you're going to need are a sheet of Fosshape, which you can get at wonderflexworld.com. I suggest the Fosshape 600 for this particular project just because it's thicker and more heavy duty. I'm making 7 hair drills, and I have about a yard, I think, of the Fosshape 600, and it's been enough for me. You're going to need a heat gun. You're going to need silicone caulking and a caulk gun. Don't forget to buy the caulk gun because without it you can't really use this. Here I'm using DAP Windows Premium Indoor/Outdoor Sealant. It is waterproof and paintable. What's important is you need to make sure that you get one that dries clear. So this one, it goes on white and then it dries clear. You're going to need hot glue and a hot glue gun. You are going to need a fine tooth comb, and here I also have a thick tooth, not as fine tooth comb. You are going to need hair extensions, or if you're using a long wig that you're going to cut the hair off for, you can use that as well. And eventually you're also going to need hairspray. I have with me something that's very useful for this project, which is I have a wig headstand, and this one that I have is just like rigged out of a PVC pipe. It basically is just a PVC pipe that stands up on its own, and that's where I work with my materials. Sorry, I forgot to mention that you are also going to need paint, obviously, to paint the hair drill, and you're going to need a pair of scissors that you can get really kind of gross and dirty, and a regular pair of scissors for cutting off the extra hair you need. Here's the fine tooth comb. Also, you're going to need a paintbrush. You're going to be putting silicone on that paintbrush, so it would be better if it was disposable. You don't want to use a really expensive one. I haven't had any issues washing the silicone out of the paintbrush, but just in case, if you like accidentally leave it and it dries on it, you're going to want one that's cheap. I already did the first step since it's kind of cut and dry. I'm just going to show you here. Alright, so step number 1 is you're going to need to figure out how big you want your hair drill to be. Now, oh fuck, I forgot wire. You're also going to need wire. So what I did was I took a piece of wire and I curled it around and I made kind of a mock-up. I said, okay, I'm going to curl it around this many times, and alright, so it's going to be about this big, it's going to have this many spirals. I straighten it back out, find out how long it is, and then I'm going to cut out a piece of Fosshape. And so you can see here, this is my piece of Fosshape that I'm using for the drills. Then you're going to take your wire and you are going to hot glue it on. Don't put too much hot glue on it just because this is heat sensitive, so if you like glop it on there, you may come up with some weird shapes on the back. You can put a strand of wire in the middle, or you can put 2 on the edges, or if you're doing really big ones, you can put in as much wire as you need. But here I didn't have quite enough wire for to do it on the outer sides, and it's fine here. The difference between putting the wire in the middle and putting them on the outside is how the heat is going to affect how it comes out. So this is an armature that I already have finished, and as you can see, the wire puckers out a little bit here. I actually kind of like it. I think that it gives dimension to the wig drill. This is one that I made that had the wire in it, and so it has like some nice dimension to it. Also, you can make the choice of whether or not you want the wire to be on the inside or the outside. I have 2 examples here. This hair drill, the wire is on the outside, and this hair drill, the wire is on the inside. So the difference is with this hair drill, it has that little extra dimensional bump in it, and then for this one, actually, I still need to cover it up, the wire sticking through here. It's a little flatter and a little more streamlined, so it really depends what you're going for your project. Again, there is no like right or wrong way to do this, just whatever is going to work best for you.